Now we've got the 23andMe Ancestry. Now I don't have the box anymore because I mailed the box back out, right? And I got my report. So you can view the report either online, and it gives a little nice diagram of your nationalities as well as a whole bunch of other information. Now I didn't print out everything. I only printed out my nationalities and then my traits. You can also have a public profile on 23andMe that shows your picture. It's optional. You don't have to do it. You can show your picture and then give them the right to share your DNA profile with other people. So if you have a match, they're like, hey, did you know you have this person that's related to you like 95%, or this person that's related to you 20%? And it's really cool actually, because I have that. And there's people on my list, I don't know who they are. I'm like, wait, that person could be like a cousin of a cousin, and even matches you up. So it gives you a chart on there that's like, we believe that it was your great grandfather's side of the family tree, and it draws you it has this little diagram that's like, this is you, and this is your grandma, this is your mom, this is your grandma, this is your great grandma, and this is that person that you're 90% related to because of your DNA traits. So it's really cool how that is. And then you can have the option, of course, to find out more information. I don't know if there's a way to reach out to them. I think there is, but I didn't dig that deep into it. I just got this done a couple months ago, so I'm super excited about it. It does take a little time to get back, so do it as soon as possible. And it's always nice to do it a little bit sooner than you think you want to do it, because I wish I did this like a year ago, because it takes about a good three weeks to a month to get back. So just a little word of warning there if you want to do it before the holidays, before you go see other family, and you can ask like, hey, wait a second, I thought we had more German descent in us, or wait, where did this come from? African? How did I get African? And then you can show your report and share. And if you get this for other people in your family, they can also see exactly how much percentage of their DNA is pulled from each category. Because what it does, it breaks down. I'll show you mine. It breaks down to each ethnicity group, and it shows you what percentage you are of each. Okay, so it says it right there. This one is just the printed out version that I did. It does have a diagram too, so it's really easy to read. You can click on it and read more information. It even tells you a little bit more about that background. So again, very interactive, very knowledgeable in the database. So it's really cool just to keep coming back into it too, because I've been back into the website a couple of times since I've got this done. So for me, I was really shocked. I was shocked when I got this, mostly because I knew some of my lineage from my mom telling me over the years. My biological dad was never really in my family, but his mom was, my grandmother. So she told me, so it was between my mom and my grandmother on my biological dad's side that would tell me, okay, you have European, you have Irish, you have Polish, you have Mexican, you have Native American, English, and I was like, okay, cool, all right. So I have a general broad sense of who I am, right, of the nationalities that is in me. And when I got this, I was shocked, because it says first things first, I'm more than half Northwestern European. Okay, I'm 53%. Excuse me, no, I'm even more than that. I'm 78.8% European. Okay, and I'm like, okay, awesome. Like I didn't know that. And it says that 53% of it is Northwestern European. And this is what is the biggest shocker of all, 24.5% French German. I was like, I would never have known that, ever. Nobody's ever mentioned French or German whenever I talk to any family members. Nobody has ever mentioned that. And I was like, what? It's the number one thing on my list. I was like, how is this possible? So my next one is actually British Irish, which I kind of knew because my dad's last name is Harris. And so I was like, all right, so that's an Irish name apparently. I didn't know that until I was like in my 30s, you know, and I was like, oh, so I have Irish in me. Oh, that's cool. So British Irish. I didn't know anything about the British other than I did know well, technically I did know a little bit because my grandmother told me that, but now I can easily see it. So I'm like, okay, French German, didn't know anything about that on my list. British Irish, interesting. Then it says Finnish. That says 0.3%, so very little, very, very little. And then it says broad Northwestern European, 5%. And then we get into Eastern European. Okay, this must be my Polish background here from my mom's side, because my my grandfather on my mom's side was Polish. So that says 21.7%. All right, that makes sense. You know, I got the Polish nose. All right, and the more rounded face. So got it there. All right, so then it says some kind of Jewish, 0.6%. I don't know how to say that. Some kind of Jewish. And then it says Southern European, 0.5%. Broad European is 2.4. Okay. And then we get down to what everybody sees in me. Indigenous American. And yes, you know, my hair is naturally like a black color. You know, my eyes are dark, eyebrows are dark. So my skin gets like a reddish tint in the summertime. So I see it. I'm like, Indigenous American. Got it. 19.3%. And then another one is really interesting that I never knew. A couple of them. Okay, all the rest I was shocked. All right. So then it said Sub-Saharan African, 0.7%. And it goes into Nigerian, Guinea, something else I never heard of, 0.1%. So very little, but still, it's really cool that's on there. That says a Western Asian and North African, 0.6. Very interesting. And then it says East Asian, Chinese, and Northern Tibetan. That's just 1%, or not even 1%. It's 0.1. So very cool. I have never knew that. So very interesting. So definitely get the report. It's just so interesting. Like I never knew half of these even existed in my DNA. So not only that, like I said, you can trace other people that have done it if you actually let them connect you with other people that has also done a report, and you can find family members that have done it, and even people that you've never even met before, and you're just like, oh, that's so cool, how are we related, or who's that, you know? So it's very neat. Another report that I just printed out that I've never seen before until I came to do this with you is it also gives you this trait report. It's called Trait Report, and it goes over 34 reports available. So it tells me what I should look like, not only that, but also what problems I might have. All right, for example, the problems that I might have, it says mosquito bite frequency. It says likely to be bitten more often than others. I was like, yes, that is me. I get bit by mosquitoes first out of everybody else all the time. And guess what? The next one says motion sickness. I was like, that's me in the car. I get motion sickness if I'm not driving. So I was like, yes, it says more likely to experience motion sickness. Let's see, what is another one that might be interesting for you guys? Oh, stretch marks. So I've had 3 kids. It says more likely to have stretch marks. Yes. Sweet versus salty. Most likely prefer sweet. Nah. Yeah, I would say that's right. That's right. Even tells you the toe length ratio. Likely big toe is longer. Yeah, I got my big toes longer. Let's see. Wake up time. What time do I normally wake up? It says likely to wake up about 7:48 a.m. That's me. I'm a late riser. So I was like, and it even tells you things like, okay, dandruff. Less likely to get dandruff. That's true. I never get dandruff. It says eye color, likely to be brown or hazel eyes. I'm like, yeah, that's right, brown eyes. You know, it's like, and then it says fear of public speaking, less likely to have fear of public speaking. Obviously, or I wouldn't be here on this live. So, you know, it goes over all these different things about traits that you could have. and things to just get to know yourself a little bit more compared to everybody else that has taken, of course, these reports. So very cool there. I definitely recommend it. It's always fun to learn more about yourself. Definitely check that out. Go ahead and, you know, pick up one for you. Maybe you want to do one for a family member too. You could do that. But right now is a great time to do it, especially around the holidays, where you can have these conversations about your ancestry. I already told my mom, I'm like, Mom, why have you never told me that I have French and German in me? And it's like majority of who I am.